Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. In a video earlier this week, we decorated my bullet journal for the month of July. And we're gonna do something similar but different in today's video because I am going to start a second bullet journal. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so here's the deal. This one is totally focused on habits and steps and moods and self-care and gratitude. So it is very much like a wellness type of bullet journal. And I don't want to add too many pages into this one because this one is nice and it's been the same type of thing the whole way through this year. And I have enough space to get all the way through the year in this. So I don't want to finish this one before the end of the year, okay? But I have been using planners, all sorts of different planners for so long. I started this channel as a planner channel, right? Amy plans things. And while I'm still planning, I'm going to try all my planning out in a notebook. So we have planner pages in this, which we are going to use today so I don't have to draw things out or make layouts. We have all the stickers from my Under the Stars theme. We have some washi tapes that might match, and then we have some new notebooks that we're going to take a look at. And really the purpose of this is that I have been using a weekly planner for all my family's stuff, you know, kids' activities, school schedules, all of that, for a different planner for my goals and work, and then occasionally other planners as I add them in for like meal planning or social media or stuff like that. So I thought it would be fun to try to put it all into one place where I could have different pages for different things, but keep it all in one nice spot and make it exactly what I need. So we are going to take a look at some new notebooks from Tie Fossi. Thank you, Tie Fossi, for sending these to me. If you enjoy any of the notebooks, you can get them on their website using code AmyPlansThings to save 10%. All right, so we're going to take a look at the two new notebooks they sent me. It's part of the same theme, but in different sizes and colors. So let's go ahead and open these up and take a look at what they've got. All right, they have a lot of really great stuff. They are a notebook brand that is international from the US, so shipping time may take a little longer, but it's pretty fast still. And their prices are really great. They still have 160 GSM paper and all that stuff that I look for when I am looking at a notebook. So I will link their site down below in case it is of interest to you, but look at this. So pretty with the foil on it. This little design right here is so cute. And then there's a little thing in the corner. This is really smooth and soft. I really like this one. All right, so a little card, and then all their notebooks have their little logo here. All right, this book belongs to a blank page, and then we go into the pages. And I really like this one. I have noticed this, is that they have these little marks right here, and then a tiny little plus in the middle to mark where the centers of the page are, so that you don't have to measure it every single time. I think that's cool. These do have numbers on them, so if you don't want to see them, you can cover them up with whiteout or stickers or whatever. And for me, a lot of them would get cut off, right? So every page is the same, and then they have this bookmark, and oh my god, look at the little koi on it. That is so cute. Oh my god, that's adorable. Okay, so it's all these pages. How many pages do we have in this A5 notebook? This is 190 pages, and these come in some different color schemes. So you can grab it in all sorts of things. We've got our pocket, we've got our closure, and our pen loop. All right, so there's that one. And then we have this one. So they come in a variety of sizes, as you can see. These are the two sizes I chose because they're my most used notebook size. I love the 8x8s for being able to still have plenty of functional space while being able to create the Dutch doors. And then A5 is just a really standard, beautiful notebook size. So I really like that one too. I think we're gonna go with the I think we're gonna go with the 8x8 notebook for decimating this, for our new bullet journal, just because I want the space. This one's packed tight. We're just gonna rip it down the middle. 160 GSM paper, 160 pages. And so you can see it's the same design, but, you know, stretched out a little. The difference is this is a really kind of buttery soft cover. This one's linen, more like. It still is very, very smooth, but it has that linen texture on it. So it also has this and this. All right. And then we've got that inner cover and our intro pages. This one does not have an extra page up front. This one had a blank page before it got to the dot grid. So it just starts off. And then, does it have? Yes, it has this little charm at the bottom. Oh my gosh, I love that. That might be my favorite detail from this whole thing. And the 8x8 do not have the dot, like the little lines and the plus to mark the middle of the page. So the A5s have that one. All right, then a pocket and the closure and pen loop. So yeah, we're gonna go with this one because this is one of my favorite colors, and I want to be able to make the Dutch doors while still fitting the planner pages into here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. By the way, all of these, the sticker book, the trackers and planner pages, which is the Moments and Moods book as I call it, and all the tapes are available on my website right now, so you can go grab them if you want to come back to this video and follow along and create with me. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be starting July, so we will have half a year in this, and I like to end bullet journals at the end of the year and start a new one. So we may have some extra pages in this at the end, but we're going to try this out, see how it goes, see if this condenses everything into one place, makes it easier to track, and I'm not carrying planners around the house. I still love my planners. Maybe I'll go back to them, but this is a nice thing to test and see if I like how this goes. So I'll make a cover page at some point. We're not going to make it today, and of course, now that I say that, it's going to be like at the end of the journal when I make it, probably, which is hilarious. Okay, so this is going to be our first page. We are going to make this the monthly page. So let's go ahead and grab those. These are all hand-drawn by me, by the way. So if you see these, everything was voted on by my patrons, and then I go ahead and draw it and create it and get it made, all based on patron suggestion. So if you want to be a part of that, my Patreon, all levels are able to have that done. Okay, so this might be a tiny bit longer than the notebook, maybe not. It might be right up to the edge. These are sized for A5. 8x8 notebook is a tiny bit smaller than an A5, because an A5 is like 8x1/4 inches. Oh, look, it fits perfectly because we do have them cut out as stickers, essentially. So it fits perfectly. So that is going to be where our line essentially is for this. What I need out of this is having my monthly to-dos all on a to-do list to the side of the page, and make a Dutch door here so that when I flip it open, I can have my monthly to-dos here, and I don't have to keep switching them over week by week if I don't do them. Because there are some things I need to do sometime in the month, but it doesn't matter when, and it's like one time. So sending out patron benefits, the digital benefits, sending out the discount codes. Let's see, on the first of the, or not on the first of the month, anytime in the month, doing my monthly taxes or budgeting, you know, things like that. I make a list here, I fit it in, but it doesn't need to be specifically on certain days. So I just want to be able to see it all and not write it down every day. So let's go ahead with the blue tape. I think that'll look lovely. And we're just going to put it right here We're not going to cut anything yet because I'm going to go like this and just double check that I cannot see any of this if we cut that off, which we can't. So we're going to do that and do that for every single page that we're going to do. We're going to make it the same size. So I'm not going to come out from there. I want to see right here on every single page. So that's a little bit different from my other Dutch doors. It's completely functional rather than something super decorative and having things sticking out or cascading over, because I want to be able to see it. By the way, look at these scissors. I got them in the Cora Crea advent calendar last year, and I think they're my favorite thing from that box. I've never used them. They're a little bit sticky. I might need a little bit of oil or to loosen them or something. Maybe they'll clear up a little bit, but they are so cute. Whether or not they work as well as my other scissors, like they're gonna be in the scissor section of my desk just because they're super cute. But we're gonna use them today. All right, so I'm gonna put down the planner pages as we go. This is for the month of July. It'll be 4 weeks of pages because I have 4 here. If this is also available as a printable, and so if you have the printable, you can cut it out over and over again, right? But with the one here, we have 4 weeks of it. And then I suppose I could make another week to get the last half week. But I'm not going to worry about that because we're just testing this out and seeing how I like it and all of that. I also may add a couple of pages at the back for some other things. This is going to be like my work stuff, and I might have a page that has like meal planning, or maybe I'll meal plan on here. I need to put the numbers in still. So we'll get to that. We're just talking through and figuring this out as we go. So normally I use these ones and cut them up and put them on my self-care bingo, but we didn't this time because I needed it here. Okay, so we're gonna put it right up against this and go all the way over, and it's going right into the crack. We're gonna lift it up. I got it a little bit. I got a little piece that didn't quite go as far, so we're gonna push that down to get rid of the bubble. Okay. Look at how good that looks. Tiny little bubble. It's gone. All right. I love that. Okay, so we will put dates on this too in a minute, but we're just laying everything out first. Okay. Nice. Okay, so with this, every single page could be a different washi tape, but we're not going to see them like cascading through, right? I'm going to try to line this up right where this one goes. Cool. Because I have it like this one's going to go like that as well, and so on. So we are making my own planner right now. And we're going to see how it goes. This is an experiment. I may end up doing this for a month or two and then find out that making my own planner in bullet journal format is not my thing. I might decide I love my pre-printed, pre-done planners and might go back to that. But you guys know my love of notebooks as well. So I thought this would be a fun experiment. Thought it would be a super fun experiment, and we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments below if you use a specific planner like Happy Planner, Daily Grind Planner, Laurel Denise, you know, whatever, or if you create a bullet journal planner like this. I would love to know what you do. Okay. So you can see as you fold it over, we're going to see a little bit here, but we shouldn't see anything right here. So that's how it's going to go, and that's just because of this part of the fold with all of that. That's just what is going to happen. There's no getting around that. Okay, so as you can see, I have an extra page sitting here. In the manufacturing, they accidentally printed this one in black and white. So every single Moments and Moods book will come with an extra page on the outside to fix that. All right, let's go ahead and put this one down first this time in case we need to get the tape over the edge of it. I think that's probably a better way to do it, so I don't have to go right into the crack there. I can start it here. This is so easy this way. Oh my gosh. I love it. I do have to date it because it's undated, but that's okay. Makes it so like if you miss a month or you don't use every page, you can use some of the other pages on another month, which is quite nice. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so here's this one. And I always kind of turn it this way because I find it's easier to line it up along the spine to make sure it's straight. It's kind of just what I've ended up doing. Okay, now, okay, we did blue, then purple. I think those go wonderfully with the dark night sky. Let's go with blue again to kind of do the blue-purple thing. Also matches my ring, blue and purple. See a theme? See colors I like? Okay. If you like blues and purples, you'll also like last month's theme, which was A Midsummer Night's Dream. Here, let me show you. Or this current month's theme that came out last month. It's got all the blues and purples in it too, and just a different kind of vibe, a more magical vibe, and this is night sky vibe. So there we go. I think I can move it over the tiniest bit. Not too far. Is that too far? No, that's fine. Okay, we'll do that. That's not quite straight. There. So as I'm filming this, it's a couple days before this release date, and I'm trying to get this done for the release, right? And I just dropped off all the patron mail at the post office, 160 some packages. So thank you, patrons, for all of that and for voting on this theme. It's really fun because every month is something that other people have helped come up with and helped decide on, and it's something that I may not have thought of outside of, you know, in my brain and everything. And so it's something that maybe I wouldn't have created otherwise. And so it's really fun because then it's like something new that I get to think about that maybe I just hadn't thought about. And I love that. So we've got some really fun themes coming up. I love this Under the Summer Stars theme. It's summery, but not that bright summer sun beach day kind of thing that we see a lot. So it's just a little bit different, which I absolutely love. Okay. We're on blue? Yeah, we're on blue. Okay. Now, the question is, do I round all these corners? I usually round the corners on waterfall tabs because I like the way it looks. And these corners are rounded, so maybe we do round the corners. Almost knocked over my entire drink, guys. That would have been a mess. What if I ruined this notebook even before I started using it? Okay, we're just gonna move my drink. I'm trying to hydrate more, so I've left drinks all over my house for me to just, when I see them, I take sips. More water. Okay. So Under the Summer Stars really is a theme that obviously we've got our stargazing vibes, but I also added activities that I would like to do under the summer stars, like bonfires with s'mores and playing cards, writing in my journal or reading at the same out under the night sky. There's one scene with a picnic blanket on a dock and a whole bunch of like snacks and activities on it. So there's all sorts of things that you might do on a summer night. Okay, so we have one more set of planner pages. Then we'll add in 1 or 2 pages for other function. And we need to create the like running to-do list on this side of the page. And then decide what to put on the very last right side of the page. Maybe just a huge decoration, because there isn't a, I mean, yes, we have decoration in here. Every single page has decoration on it. But Dutch doors are not as decorative as they normally do. They don't cascade like a waterfall tab. They don't have anything sticking out. So maybe we do add a big set of decoration right here just to add to it. We'll see. Don't curl up on me too much. These are big stickers. You have to be careful putting them down. Like, they do come up easily if you put them down in the wrong spot, but it's easiest if you put down from one side and then push your hand over like this so you don't get like bumps throughout it. Okay, this one's purple. All right. And then the very last of these pages. That's really, really fun. Now that we've used all the tapes, do I just follow the pattern and go back to the blue grid? Maybe? Maybe I do that? That would make the most sense, I think. And I think I do continue this straight thing. It wouldn't make sense to cut it at a different point. So yeah, let's do that. Where's the blue? Here's the blue. Okay. Let's get one of these going. Yeah. Move this part over the tiniest bit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's see. What are we going to do on this next page? Maybe the back page. So we have the monthly calendar and we have these weekly pages. This is going to be like a merged family calendar as well as work stuff with, I'll write down like my top 3 goals in here and all sorts of stuff. But do I want a section for meal planning or something? So the other bullet journal is all wellness. It's got my steps, it's got my workout, it's got my self-care and reading and all that stuff. Do I make my own meal planner? We've used so many of these pages. We could, you can always cut off things to make certain trackers your own. This could become the meal planner if we cut off workout log. That would be an easy pre-done one. Yeah, okay. I have used so many of these. This is great. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and make this the meal planner. So what we're gonna do is cut this part out. and we're gonna put it right here. We're gonna have some space to write meal planner up top. I am gonna grab some letter stickers. Let's see. Here is Alpha Basics from Kell of a Plan. This one's a good one for that. Let's pick a font we like. Oh, this one's nice and clean. I like this one. We're gonna do planner first and then meal up here. Let's put this down first so we don't start putting letters this far over either. Just leave that like that for a minute. Okay. One thing I have figured out is that I can't spell stuff when talking to you guys and going backwards. So we're laying it all out on my hand first, going forwards, and then I'll put it down backwards. That seems like the safer bet so that I can keep talking to you because, you know, I like chatting as we go. Okay, so we're just going to start here so that it can go to the edge. And then meal is going to start over here at the edge on the other line. Okay, great. Back before I started making all these products and drawing things and making these books of trackers and stickers and all that stuff, I was doing bullet journaling in a happy planner, like with doodling and stuff, and I'd love to get back to that at some point if I can find the time. But this is also a really functional, easy way to do all of this. So I really enjoy that. Okay, so we've got our meal planner. Let me think. So this is going to be a running task list. Let's see. So we've got, this is going to be like family calendar and due dates for things like if I have a release, if other people have a release that I'm promoting, you know, things like that, when I need to get stuff to the manufacturer, all of that. Then these are going to be like my daily work and goals and family stuff all in one. We've got our meal planner. Sometimes we just need a little idea spot. So let's go ahead and do that and have it just be like a brain dump area. Let's go ahead and use the purple tape with it. We'll line it up again with these and write down brain dump. I think that's good for what I need this month, and maybe next month, if we're continuing this, I will have some other ideas of things to try or things to add. But I don't want to make it too complicated this first month. I'll figure out, you know, exactly the things I need as I customize a planner for myself with this. But we'll see. You know what? I think it's not quite straight, so I'm going to try. And I was about to start cutting this page. No, guys, I'm not going to cut this page. This is the back page. Okay, that's fine. Let's write brain dump, and then we will decorate that and do the front part too. We'll match the color, the font, you know, words. Okay, brain. Oh my gosh, that's not straight at all. Better. Will it fit there? Let me just put these on my finger. I'm almost out of M's in the black color. The They have the same font in other colors too, but I don't really want to change colors midway. Okay, let's see. Is this gonna fit? It's gonna be a little too tight, I think. We're gonna go right here, but I'm not gonna press anything down because if I'm wrong, I'll move them up. But no, the U is already here. Nope, that wouldn't work, so we're gonna do it like this. Okay, we're gonna decorate all of that. And so there are two different options for what we could do. We could take a scrapbook page, which has these nice pages here with the big drawings, and put them to the side. Or we could do a sticker collage with like all of this stuff. I think I want to do a sticker collage. So we're going to go ahead and just start putting things down in a collage. It doesn't need to make any sense whatsoever. I am going to white out the 13 because we're using clear stickers. And so I don't want to see the 13 through the clear sticker. And when I'm making collages, one thing I love to do is get stickers right up to the edge in some places so it looks like, you know, it's continuing and has stuff coming off the edge from all sides. So we're going to put that there. We'll trim stuff in a minute and maybe use other pieces elsewhere. Okay, since we put in the pencil, let's put a notebook in there too. Here's a blank notebook. I love the little map, but I'm not going to put it right here. We're going to put some other stuff in too. Let's put in the backpack. And we need to fit some things in here, so trimming these means that some of this can get in there. Where did the star go? There it is. Come along. Okay, that's gonna go there. And this one. And that one. That's a little close to the star map, so let's move it up just a little bit. Okay. A little firefly. Some playing cards. Sounds great. S'mores stuff. Okay, that one we're gonna trim like that. And that little bit actually can fit really nicely right there. Here's a little journal. All right, this collage is almost done. What about some stars right at the very top? Yeah, that finishes it up nicely. There's like, maybe we could put the tiniest little thing right here. I do have that firefly jar from earlier that we could put the last little bit right there. Let's see how that looks. I've got stickers stuck to me everywhere. Okay, we could like, you can't really see the fireflies, so it would just be the jar. I guess that's okay. It just like fills a little gap. You can see that it's part of that. Okay, cool. So now when we turn every page, you see all the decoration here. Okay, this we're gonna make our like to-do list, and we have in this sticker book, there is a set of functional stickers here that have all these dots. So we're gonna use these dots as like our to-do list. I'm also gonna white out the 2. And we are going to use the same sticker font that we chose earlier and write to do. And if there's space, we'll put a piece of tape here, but if there's not space, we won't, because this is functional space. I don't want to take up too much. Okay, I need an O. I have 2 O's. Oh, phew. Okay. And I don't have space to do that because it's going to bleed over this way anyways. So I have the tiniest little gap to show that it's a new word, but it is what it is. It's already bleeding over. To do, and then just dot, dot, dot all the way down. Which, because we're doing so many dots right now, I'm going to use tweezers. Why did I whisper that? I don't know. Okay. Right here. All right, and we're just gonna follow the pattern and do dark blue, light blue, and beige. And put them down every other line so I have some nice space to write. This sticker's already coming up. Let's grab that one. Put your face in the wrong way. We still have to date everything, guys, but this is turning out really nicely. I'm happy with how it is. I'm excited to play around with this and do something different. Every once in a while, you guys know I love to switch things up and try something new. So this is it for July. Trying to use a bullet journal as a planner rather than a planner, in the hopes that I can carry less around and merge it all to exactly what I need. And we will see how it works. I will report back. It may be something that I don't like. I love my planners. I love my happy planner. I love my daily grind planner. But I experiment. I try new things. And we'll see how this works out. Because I love notebooks too. Any excuse to use stickers and washi tapes, I love. All right, we are almost there. We're just gonna leave this nice and big. I don't know how many bullet points I'll actually use for like the monthly one-off tasks, but we'll have that many ready to go just in case. All right, so then we are going to, this is for July. So because this is our July monthly calendar, we'll go ahead and just put a little July right here. These are kind of 2 different sections, as you can see. So those are separated out. And when does the month of July start? I have to pause and go look that up. All right, it starts on a Wednesday, and then we go all the way through the month. So all the way through 31. My question: do I use these ones or these ones? I think, looking at everything here, I'm feeling the beige the most. So let's use those. And these are big enough that I'm just going to use my fingers, because I am better picking up stickers with my fingers than I am tweezers. I only use tweezers for the smallest little stickers. And for me, these are big enough to just grab. Which means we may use the blue ones on the planner pages. So we'll go through that as well before we finish up. But I am really happy with how this is all coming together. I kind of wish it was already July so that I could try this out and start. But no, I wasn't ready to create something for the month of June after June had already started. And I'd already set up planner pages for the month and all of that. So I will wait. I will be patient. By the way, I am waiting and waiting. I keep refreshing my shipping apps because so many things have shipped, you guys. The restock of the gingham tapes. Next month, I already have the stickers for next month, but it has a full set of washi tapes and PET tapes to go along with it, and it's my favorite thing I have ever drawn. And those are Somewhere Over the Pacific Ocean, Waiting on Them. And then the theme after that, the stickers and Moments and Moods book have already shipped as well. And I am just so excited for all the things. I keep checking, being like, do I get any updates yet? Nope, no updates. But I am stoked. There's so much fun stuff coming. Okay, there we go. So if we're doing this, and this is the first, so let's go ahead and put this down. We are going to run out of certain stickers because we're going to put the 30th and 29th in, which means we will use potentially some stickers at the end, but we only have 28 days. So we might have planner pages, so we might actually be okay. I may not have to use any of the other date stickers from the other book. Okay. We will see. Okay, so 29, 30 of June, and then 1st. And then we move on from there. So 2nd, 3rd. This one is a weekend. So do I want to write 4-5 or just leave it blank? I don't really want two numbers right next to each other. Let's just leave it at weekend, and we'll go to 4, 5, 6 over here. And this one has these little dots right here. So I'm just going to put them right inside the dots. I don't know if anyone knew that that is where you could put them, but that's what I kind of came up with when I did it. Okay, and then this one, we'll put the numbers just coming off the end like that. I think that'll look nice. You could put it on the other side. You could put it right above or right below. Really up to how you want it. Oh my gosh, someone was probably already talking to me though. It goes across the page. We're gonna fix that. Oh. Silly me. I was just in the zone putting stickers down. Okay. There we go. Okay, then we've got our notes there. Did I have a notes page on this one? No, that was the to-do there. Great. Okay. 19. And on this one, we'll just do right after. So 20 goes there. And when I start filling it out, I may add a highlighter in and things like that to really get things going. Let's add a little bit of highlighter right now, or no, let's do a decorative washi strip, because this book also has washi strips that we could have used. They perfectly fit. They're like a smidgen bigger than the 8 inches of an 8x8 notebook. But let's go ahead and do one of these as part of the brain dump decoration, because I just feel like it needs a little something on both sides, to the left of this word and to the right of brain. I feel like it'll just look nice to have a little bit there. I'm going to cut this just a little bit before the other one. Yeah, I feel like that just pulls it together a little bit. Okay, and that's all I needed to add. I will be adding some highlighter when I actually fill things out. So like release day is usually the 10th. So I'll highlight right there and put down that it's my release. If a kid has summer camp, I'll, highlight the first day and write summer camp and draw an arrow, you know, so there'll be highlighter all over this, but I don't quite know where I'm going to put it yet. But all right, here is the full bullet journal setup, planner setup, whatever you want to call it, for the month of July in this new notebook from Tie Fossi. All right, here we go. I absolutely love how this looks. All right, and there we go. All right, let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.